Y'all, these viral birria bombs, they don't fucking miss. I'm so glad I stocked up on these last time they were on sale because these things are out of stock all the time. And these things are stupid easy to make. All it takes is 4 cups of water, a beef roast, and a crock pot or an Instapot, whatever you have. But I've been dying to try a birria pizza ever since I had one at the restaurant and paid like $34 for it. All I did was season both sides of the roast with salt, pepper, garlic, and then seared it, and then tossed in the water. The package says to use 1 ball for a 1 to 3 pound roast, but since we're making a big ass 5 pound roast, I went ahead and used both balls. I set my crock pot on high and let that puppy cook for 6 hours. Let me just tell you, I don't know exactly what's in those bombs, but they had the whole house smelling amazing. Just look at all that thick, red, beautiful consomme. So when it was done, I just took it out of the crock pot and started to shred it. And while I shredded it, I took out the huge chunks of fat because I have a texture issue. And if I bite into a giant chunk of fat, it just ruins it for me. So I took all those out. Now it's time to make some pizzas. We have our birria, the consomme, cheese, onions, and cilantro. Bestie is dipping the entire tortilla in the consomme and throwing it on the Blackstone. So now we're just adding a little bit of cheese and then the birria. We're just taking a second to talk a little bit of shit about the neighbors, and then we're just going to add more cheese to the other side and kind of build up the other side too. Go ahead and overbuy on the cheese. You're going to go through a lot of cheese. This is so much meat. Once the meat and cheese are down, now we're just going to sprinkle on a little fresh chopped white onion and cilantro. We're trying to make sure these tortillas are getting crispy on the bottom and then melty on the top. So just monitoring, making sure nothing's burning and everything is working together. Bestie is out here doing some work on this Blackstone. We ended up making 3 pizzas for 4 people, which turned out to be way too much food. Now we're just dishing up some of that delicious consomme and adding some more chopped onions and cilantro. But with the amount of beef we had, we could have made 10 pizzas. Okay, listen. You hear that crunch? That's exactly the sound you want. This is perfect. I honestly cannot believe how good these birria pizzas turned out, and they were so easy. So if you love birria but don't feel like putting in that work, I highly recommend stocking up on these.